y suele ser provocada por la
Good morning, everybody. It's nice to be here to start and to learn something new. So, if you remember, this week we have been talking about how to promote art and the folklore in the social emotional content. That is the other part of the agenda. Do you like traditional songs? Until now, I know that you remember about the traditional songs, but the question is, do you like them? Or not? Do you like El Carbonero?
Yes.
Excellent. That are one of the traditional songs. Oh, there are many. So right now, but before doing that, right now we are going to watch a video about a man who is an artist. This man likes drawing and painting. These are the parts of the agenda. Social emotional content, remember about this in project topic, attendance, and goodbye. So I want you to pay attention to this video because you are going to learn about this man's ideas, about his inspiration for doing that kind of work. Probably some of you like drawing or painting or doing any other thing that could be related with art. Pay attention and later you are going to give me your point of view about that.
Vivía en una pequeña finca.
He is talking in Spanish, but the translation, the title here is in English.
Vivía en una pequeña finca en Mexicanos, que podría decir que mucho de lo que es el realismo mágico que hay en mi obra viene de ahí, de ese momento de mi vida. Quizás viví como 10 años en este lugar. Era una pequeña finca llena de árboles frutales, pero montones de árboles frutales, ananas, arrayanes, manzanas, tamarinas, de todo. Y en la casa nosotros teníamos como gallinas, habían como 100 gallinas y quizás por eso esa constante en mi obra también, ¿verdad? Pero de las cosas que más me impactaron a mí desde niño, que cuando llovía enfrente de la casa pasaba una acrecentada así como de agua y lluvia. Y entonces en la acrecentada iban siempre un montón de frutas naranjas, mangos, de todo. Y entonces a mí eso me me generaba un montón de como de imágenes, ¿verdad? De que quizás venían ahí, yo decía trenes, rayos y otras cosas, y entonces eso marca, como decir, el contacto con la naturaleza y la luz y el olor, así como de las frutas y todo, eso deja como una huella, ¿verdad? Mi trabajo está enfocado en el realismo mágico. O sea, para mí lo más importante es el hombre, el individuo, o sea, en la sociedad. O sea, yo trato de abordar, o sea, temas que están en el entorno cotidiano y tratando de hacer una denuncia social, o sea, sin activismo político, sino que más bien una cuestión así de seria en cuanto a lo que tú estás planteando. El arte debe ser eso. O sea, el arte tú tenés que tomar la realidad, presentarla como es, y de repente los que están alrededor de eso le van a dar el carácter que se quiera. Pero el compromiso del artista es eso. O sea, presentar. O sea, yo trabajo de todo, pero siempre estoy pendiente de lo que está sucediendo. Y para no perder la identidad, yo salgo a caminar, como les digo, y siempre estoy hablando con él. Yo me detengo hablando, me meto a hablar con la pulsera, con todo. La vida cotidiana, la miseria, el desamparo, el dolor y también la alegría, pues, las costumbres, la idiosincrasia. Y más en este instante, por eso a mí me duele que los jóvenes no plantean eso en su obra, evaden esa realidad por la cuestión de la globalización a través de la comunicación. Tú puedes hacer esto, y esto yo lo he llevado de España y es universal, de El Salvador, pero es universal. Y entonces los jóvenes evaden, o sea, que no entienden que la universalidad llega a partir de tus raíces. El caso para ser universal sigo manteniendo la taromaquia. El mito del arte y del ego del artista, que tú no quieres saber nada de ellos, ni del otro, ni de nada, porque tú en tu esencia, que es el gran problema del artista, son sus egos. El ego del artista es lo que lo mata. O sea, él es tan Dios en su propia locura. Él es el acto de la creación, él es lo mejor y no hay nadie más como él, porque ese es el gran ego del arte. Cuando te digo que yo voy a México, nos estamos con todos los toques pichicheros y todo para eso, para no perder la esencia. Y aquí tenemos que tener la esencia de dónde eres, que has viajado y todo, y has estado un mundo de gente, eso no tiene que cambiar, pero el problema es cuando te va soplando, ¿verdad? Porque yo trato de aterrizarme, cuando me dan reconocimiento, que yo donde más estoy pensando en aterrizarme, porque te confunde y pierdes la perspectiva de lo que eres.
Now tell me, according to what you watched in the video, what was his one? There are many. He had many inspiration, or he still has. But what was one of his inspirations for becoming an artist? Did you pay attention to the video? Lucia, did you watch the video? What was one of this man's inspiration for becoming an artist? Kaylee? Daniela says, show through art how our country. Yes, because he is Salvadoran. He lived in Mexicanos, but in the place where he was living, what happened? What it comes to his mind with everything that he was able to see around him. Write in the chat, don't be shy. I know that it's very difficult for you to open your microphone and say something, but you can write in the chat. Figueroa, what do you think? Daniela says the place where he lived, the farm. Yes, because he lived in a place where there were some animals. And that was part of the influence that he had. We can say in general words, nature, because he lived in a place where there were a lot of trees. And he mentioned that there were anonas, mangos, matasanos. So nature was one and is still one of his inspirations. So what is the other part? There are three very important things. So nature is one of them. What is the other? Camila? Only Daniela pay attention to the video. I cannot believe it. The other important thing is the people who is living around him, because he talks to everyone. It doesn't matter who that person is. If you pay attention, he talks to everyone he meets. For example, if he goes to buy pupusa, he talks with the pupusero. If he is, if maybe a prostitute is walking around him and he met, or he starts talking with her. So it doesn't matter what kind of person he meets, he talks with her or with him or with a group of persons. Then the other part is what are the situations that he is facing, that our world, probably not our world, because maybe in the place he lives, that is the other part, the problems around him. So that influence him to draw and paint it. And if you pay attention, he also said that he had had the opportunity to travel to many countries. So probably one of you will become an artist. We never know. So we're going to stop here with the social emotional content. In the other part is do not forget to do your STEAM project or to continue working on that project, because I guess that you're going to deliver that for next week. And the topic for today is the present perfect we are going to continue studying the present perfect. How long have you had that hairstyle? So right now I cannot see you. I cannot see your hairstyle. But if I ask you this question, for example, if I ask to Soriano, I don't know if he is going to answer me, but I'm going to ask him. Soriano, how long have you had that hairstyle? Or Rosa, for example. Rosa, how long have you had your
Hola, señor, me
hairstyle?
habló. Hi,
Yes.
teacher.
Yes.
Did you call me?
Yes, I'm asking you a question.
Sorry, what was the question?
How long have you had your hairstyle?
Like 6 months, I think.
Excellent. And you, Rosa, how long have you had your hairstyle? Rosa is not here. Yeneida, how long have you had your hairstyle? Yeneida is not here too. Carlos Riva, how long have you had your hairstyle? We are going to work in some exercises that you have in your ID book. This is the question. How long have you had that hairstyle? We are going to work on this exercise of reading. Carlos says 7 months. 7 months ago. Okay, Carlos. Read the definition and in pairs answer 1 to 3. Any different views? You're not going to work in pairs, you're going to work individual. Common mistakes. I'm not going to lose my time taking a gap year. It's not correct to say lose. The correct way is waste. And here we have the definition of gap year. Gap year is the year between leaving school and starting college, with some people used to travel abroad, earn money, do charity work, or get experience. And you are going to answer these questions. Question number 1. Would you like to take a gap year or a year off work? If so, how would you use it? Imagine 1 year leaving the school. What would you do during that year? For that reason, it says, how would you use it? How would you use that year? What are the things that you will do? How you are going to take advantage of your time in that year that you are not going to study? Probably some of you maybe will be thinking, I would like to work, maybe. Or some others have others ideas. Number 2, how popular are gap years in your country? How popular? I remember that when I was studying high school, when I finished high school, I took a gap year. But in my case, I was finish high school, or I finished high school. Number 3, do you think gap years are more popular in Europe or the US? And here we have an example. I love to take a year off right now and travel around India. Or probably you will be thinking, oh, I will travel to Holanda. I will travel to Germany or any other place that you would like to go. Answer these questions, please. Write the answers in your notebook. Open your notebook, write the date, the topic, and answer the questions. I will give you some minutes for doing this activity. And if you finish, let me know. And if you don't let me know, so I will ask you. Did you finish, my boys and girls? Who can give me the answer of the number 1? Would you like to take a gap year or a year off work? If so, how would you use it? Who has the answer to this question? There are many students here that can speak English very well, and you don't take advantage of this time for speaking. Yes, it's your own answer. You have the answer, Daniela? Daniela says, Daniela Guzman, I would like to travel to Italy. Excellent, Daniela. So during that gap year, she would like to travel to Italy. Who can give me the answer of the number 2? How popular are gap years in our country? Do you think in our year is this popular or not? Here in our country, most of the students that when they finish high school, they don't want to continue studying because they prefer to go to work. Alisa says, good morning, present number 19. Good morning, Alisa. So in my opinion, I consider that here in our country, they are not so popular, but does anybody has any other idea? Daniela says that are a little common. The thing is that it should be only 1 year, not more. But if you stop studying 1 year and next year you continue with college or in the university, is okay. But the problem is that most of the students finish high school and probably they don't continue studying, or probably they continue but 5 years later or 6 years later, and with that so taking so many years, that is not considered a gap year. If you have a lot of money, but you don't need to have a lot of money for doing charity work. Get experience, yes, because with all the things that we face around us, we get experience. Number 3, do you think gap years are more popular in Europe or the US? What do you think? Do you know about the culture of Europe? do you know about the culture of the US? Soriano, do you have the answer of this question?
Sorry, teacher.
Do
Do
you
I
have
have what?
the answer of question number 3? Or you don't know?
I think that it's more popular in Europe.
Do you have a reason?
No, teacher.
Okay. Daniela says, I think in the US, but I don't know much about Europe. I agree with you, Daniela. Now here, quickly read the first paragraph or the magazine article in C. Here, the first paragraph. This is the first paragraph. To check your answer to question 3 in letter A. Outside North America, taking a gap year to travel or work abroad is so popular that even the British royal family has done it. Prince William, for example, spent his gap year in Belize working with the British Army and then in Chile as a waiter in a restaurant. Gap years are still relatively rare in the US, but things are starting to change. We've spoken to 6 people and asked them, is a gap year a good idea? So according to that, we are going to check the answer in number 3. According to this information, the answer of the number 3 is that they are more popular in Europe. Soriano says that in Europe, but he didn't know why. And here we have the reason. If you want to read again, you can do it. Now here we have the other part. Read the rest of the article in 3 minutes and mark each experience as positive or negative. Positive or negative. In pairs, answer the question in the title and say which experience you'd personally like to have. The gap year, a waste of time or the time of your life? What do you think? The gap year is a waste of time or the time of your life? What is your opinion about this question? What is your answer? Daniela Guzman says a waste of time. Why, Daniela? Why do you think it's a waste of time? You don't have any reason, Daniela. There is no reason for your answer. No, so it's up to you. You're going to keep it as a secret. Now you are going to read this in 3 minutes. Remember, in 3 minutes, you are going to read this about data growth rate and Tina. And you are going to write positive or negative. Work on this activity, please. Did you finish? Daniela and the others, did you finish? Derek says, I'm very shy. Really? You have no idea how shy I am. So guess how I'm spending my gap year. I'm going to move the camera. Teaching English as a foreign language in South Korea. Yep, two groups of 30 students. And you know what? I love those kids, and I think they love me back. I've only known them since June, but it feels like we've always been friends. So what do you think, is that positive or negative? Positive or negative? I'm waiting for your answer. Daniela says positive. Excellent. You're right, Daniela. Next, Rose. Well, I live in Cairo for a year, and the experience taught me more valuable lessons than my last 10 years at school. I learned to be much more open to other cultures, values, and religions. Things you don't learn in class. I think I become more intelligent. Interesting. Oh, Mrs. Escobar says that positive. So you, Mrs. Escobar, sorry. Escobar, you are talking about Rose or Derek? Rose is positive or negative? Derek, excellent. Derek is positive, but what about Rose? He is also positive. Yes, you are right, Daniela. Rita, in 2010, I live and work as an au pair in Barcelona for 9 months. All I wanted was to get some cash and then start a new life when I got back home. But I fell in love with the little devils. I mean, with the twins, and the rest is history. So, thanks to my gap year, I decided I didn't want to be a lawyer, but a primary school teacher. Mom and dad were a bit surprised, but in the end, they just accepted my decision. So what do you think, is Rita? Positive or negative? He worked as a au pair. You have the opportunity to work on this program. This is a very nice program. When you finish your schooling, when you start studying at the university, you can work as a au pair in the country that you like to go to work. So what do you think about Rita? Positive or negative? I have some participations here in the chat. Escobar says positive with a question mark. And Daniela says, I think it's positive, but I'm not sure. Yes, it's positive. Do you know why? Because that was part of his inspiration, because later she said that she is going to be a teacher. So that experience help her to become or to think of becoming a teacher. Tina, I've been in Scotland for 6 months and it's been a nightmare. I got a part-time job at a supermarket and have worked there for only 3 weeks, but I hate it. Really, life sucks here. In the winter, it gets dark at 4 p.m. and I think this is affecting my mental health. I'm getting really depressed and all I do is cry night and day. All I want to do is get on a plane and go back home soon. Thank God my cousin just come to visit. So what was Tina's experience? Positive or negative? Daniela says negative and Escobar says negative. Excellent. Tina happened terrible things. Imagine being in Scotland for 6 months. Oh, that would be one of her terrible experiences. Now you are going to answer this. Letter D, who's still on their gap year? What do you think? Who's still on their gap year? Derek, Rose, Rita, or Tina? Reread and write present or past next to each paragraph. So in here, in the experience of Derek, is written in present or past. What do you think? Present or past? Daniela says that Derek is present and the others are past. Tina is present. Yes, you are right with this. Derek is present, Rose pass, Rita pass, but Tina is present, Daniela. But thanks for trying. Then the answer to this question is, who's still on their gap year? What is the answer? Who are the ones who are still on their gap year? Daniel? Only Daniel and Escobar are helping me in the chat. And the others, what are you doing? Derek and Tina, excellent, Daniela. Listen to these interviews with Rita and Tina. Find two incorrect details in each paragraph. Pay attention to the listening part, please.
Audio 3.13. Interview 1.
Really true, isn't it? So, Rita, how long did you live in Barcelona?
I lived there for 7 months.
Did you have a job?
Yep, I worked as an au pair for 4 months.
How was the experience?
Well, when I first looked at Raul and Ricardo, I thought,
Who?
the twins.
Oh, okay.
So when I first saw them, I said to myself, I'm going to get on the next plane and get back home now. But after a while, well, I fell in love with the boys. And I realized that I was born to be around kids. Period. So that's how I decided to be a teacher, not a lawyer.
Oh, so you wanted to study law?
Well, Mom and Dad insisted for a long time. They really wanted me to be a lawyer. But now they don't talk about it anymore. Thank God. So what I really...
Interview 2.
Absolutely right. So, Tina, how long have you been in the UK?
I've been in the UK since September, so yeah, that's 6 months. But I arrived in Scotland 6 weeks ago.
How do you like it?
Honestly,
Uh-huh.
I hate it. Life sucks here. Yeah, I thought it was going to get better when I got a job, but
Oh, so you're working?
yeah, I got a job at Sainsbury's and
What's that?
Oh, some big supermarket.
How long have you worked there?
3 weeks. Ugh, the longest weeks of my life.
Have you made any friends?
No, not yet. But my sister's just come to visit. I haven't seen her for a long time.
Listen again, please.
Audio 3.13. Interview 1.
Really true, isn't it? So, Rita, how long did you live in Barcelona?
I lived there for 7 months.
Did you have a job?
Yep, I worked as an au pair for 4 months.
How was the experience?
Well, when I first looked at Raul and Ricardo, I thought,
Who?
the twins.
Oh, okay.
So when I first saw them, I said to myself, I'm going to get on the next plane and get back home now. But after a while, well, I fell in love with the boys. And I realized that I was born to be around kids. Period. So that's how I decided to be a teacher, not a lawyer.
Oh, so you wanted to study law?
Well, Mom and Dad insisted for a long time. They really wanted me to be a lawyer. But now they don't talk about it anymore. Thank God. So what I really...
Interview 2.
Absolutely right. So, Tina, how long have you been in the UK?
I've been in the UK since September, so yeah, that's 6 months. But I arrived in Scotland 6 weeks ago.
How do you like it?
Honestly,
Uh-huh.
I hate it. Life sucks here. Yeah, I thought it was going to get better when I got a job, but
Oh, so you're working?
yeah, I got a job at Sainsbury's and,
What's that?
oh, some big supermarket.
How long have you worked there?
3 weeks. Ugh, the longest weeks of my life.
Have you made any friends?
No, not yet. But my sister's just come to visit. I haven't seen her for a long time.
I was realizing that the listening, but sorry, we don't have the audio, we don't have the answer. So we are going to continue with the next part. Present perfect 3, unfinished past. I'm going to share with you a video, to watch a video about the explanation of this grammar point. That were some examples about present perfect with unfinished actions. And here in your book, as you can see, this information. Look at the 6 underlined sentences in 8b and write the numbers in the chart. The action. Started and finished in the past. This is the past. Here we have the action. Here started and here finished. And continue now. It started in the past and still continues. Here we have the action. It started and now I'm finished. If you can see here, here is the circle is closed and here is open. You can see the action continues in the present and probably in the future. For that reason is unfinished. Common mistake is incorrect. I study English since last year. Correct. I have studied English since last year. Incorrect. How long do you live in Texas? Correct. How long have you lived in Texas? What does it mean? That he is still living in Texas. Complete with for or since. And here you have the phrases. A long time, a few weeks, I moved here, many years, 2011, April, I met you, a period of time, a point in time. Work on this exercise, please. The action or stated started and finished in the past. Use for, not since. The action or stated started in the past and still continues. Use for or since. A long time, for or since. What do you think it is, for or since?
For.
Excellent. For a long time. En Escobar says also for a few weeks. For or since. Daniela says for. Escobar says for. Yes, you are right. Next, I move here. Since or for. Excellent, Daniela says since. Since I move here. What about many years? Daniela says for, and Escobar says since. Since many years or for many years? The correct answer is for many years. What about 2011? Daniela says since. Since, and Escobar says since. Since 2011. Since 2011. And both are right. Excellent. What about April? Daniela says since. And Escobar since. Since April. Excellent. I met you. Daniela says since. Since I met you. Excellent. You are right. A period of time. Daniela says 4. And Escobar 4. For a period of time. Excellent. A point in time. A point in time. Daniela says 4. En Escobar 4. So in this case is since a point in time. Since a point in time. 3.14. Use the clues from 1 to 8 to write questions and sentences about Tina's and Rita's gap years. Listen to check. First, write the questions. Then you are going to listen and check. So while you are doing this activity, I'm going to take your attendance. And when you hear your number, say present, please. Number 1.
Present.
2. 3.
Present.
4. 5. 6.
Present.
7. 8. 9. 4 present. 10.
Present.
11.
Present.
12.
Present.
13.
Present.
14.
Present.
15. 16.
Present.
17. 17. 18. 19.
Present.
20.
Present.
21. 22. 23.
Present.
24. 24 in the chat. 25.
Present.
26.
Present.
27.
Present.
22 present. And number 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, 15, 18, and 21 are not here. So if you are here, let me know right now. Now you are going to listen the questions and check your answers.
Audio 3.14. 1,
How long have you been in the UK?
2,
I've been in the UK since September.
3,
How long have you worked there?
4,
I haven't seen her for a long time.
5,
How long did you live in Barcelona?
6,
I lived there for 7 months.
7,
I worked as an au pair for 4 months.
8,
Mom and Dad insisted for a long time.
Listen again.
Audio 3.14. 1,
How long have you been in the UK?
2,
I've been in the UK since September.
3,
How long have you worked there?
4,
I haven't seen her for a long time.
5,
How long did you live in Barcelona?
6,
I lived there for 7 months.
7,
I worked as an au pair for 4 months.
8,
Mom and Dad insisted for a long time.
Listen the last time.
Audio 3.14. 1,
How long have you been in the UK?
2,
I've been in the UK since September.
3,
How long have you worked there?
4,
I haven't seen her for a long time.
5,
How long did you live in Barcelona?
6,
I lived there for 7 months.
7,
I worked as an au pair for 4 months.
8,
Mom and Dad insisted for a long time.
Now tell me. Read question number 1, please. Read or write in the chat because you don't like to open your microphone for speaking. How long what? Do you have the question? Daniela says, how long have you been? Where? How long have you been? In UK, yes. How long have you been in UK? Excellent. Number 2 is an affirmative sentence. Number 2 is the answer of the question in number 1. So what is the answer? How long have you been in UK? What is the answer? What is the answer, Daniela? You, Escobar, what happened with you? Daniela says, I've been in September in UK. Excellent, Daniela, thank you. What about number 3? In number 3, we have another question. What is the question? What is the question in number 3? Sebastian, do you have the question? Escobar says, how long do you work there? How long have you worked there, Escobar? Present perfect. How long have you worked there? What is the, but thanks for trying. That's the way we learn. Number 4, what is the answer? What is the answer in number 4? I haven't seen her for a long time. Daniel. Without the question mark, because it's a negative sentence. Excellent. I haven't seen her for a long time. What about number 5? Question number 5. Question number 5. Daniela or Escobar or any other volunteer. How long have you lived in Barcelona? Live with the, do not forget to write the letter D here at the end of the verb. Escobar, how long have you lived in Barcelona? Oh, but the question is, so what is the answer? Wait, I think we are not going to have time because time is over. So next class we are going to continue with that part. I'm going to clap to my dear Daniela and Escobar, who was helping me with the development of this class. Thank you very much for your participation. And the other, thank you very much for your attention. I hope to see you next class. Goodbye. Thank you, Daniela, you too.